What's up, everybody? Once again, I am back with a soapbox video here. It has been a while since I put the label of FM Soapbox on a video, even though technically I feel like I have done soapbox videos, but I just don't always put the name to it though for various reasons. But yeah, I definitely wanted to put that on this video. And then you see the focus here is staying humble on YouTube, which is something that has always been very important for me very early on when I started YouTube. So it's something I try to keep in mind. And within this video, I'm mainly going to be speaking to myself, you know, kind of addressing myself, giving myself some reminders. But obviously, some of the things that I say here are going to apply to other YouTubers. This is not about trying to call anybody out or anything like that. That's not what I'm going to do in this video. But I do think some of the advice that I'm giving myself might be helpful for some other YouTubers as well. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm pretty sure some people have noticed that I have surpassed 12,000 subscribers. I do realize that, and I'm sure some people are going to point it out because I have a giveaway going on related to that. But trust me, I do see it. I'm just not celebrating it yet, because something I've always believed in, and this is part of staying humble on YouTube, is that I don't celebrate milestones early. You know, I like to make sure that they are firm, basically, especially when it comes to my subscriber count, because subscribers come, subscribers go. Sometimes you'll have your number drop suddenly because YouTube might be getting rid of some dead accounts, basically. So yeah, there's different reasons why subscribers will come and go. I mean, some people may just not be feeling your content for that time period. You know, it's really not a big deal. But yeah, that's why I don't like to celebrate early. Celebrating early to me is like, I like to use the comparison of a prize fighter, basically either a boxer or an MMA fighter, celebrating when they win the belt, but they haven't defended it yet. It's all about defending that belt. You know, that's the comparison I like to make. So yeah, I feel like I don't just jump on a milestone right away. I like to wait and see how things go, basically. Now, obviously, a big part of this video, when I say being humble, is really keeping my ego in check. That's very important to me. It's okay to have self-confidence. I think self-confidence is valuable. You definitely have to have some self-confidence to be successful on YouTube. But you know, even for people that may put themselves down and things like that, there's still some confidence there, because it's not an easy thing to do to make videos and to put yourself out there knowing that you're going to be judged, and sometimes judged harshly, you know. But at the same time, yeah, ego can be very dangerous. And I see this happen sometimes with YouTubers. I really never want it to happen to me, where I feel like I'm better than anybody because of my subscriber count or how many views I get. I think it's just not good to be that way. And you know, I'm going to talk some more about this later on, but yeah, I think it's very important to keep my ego in check, because that's what brings down a lot of channels. It's just not appealing, and some people may get by with that for a while, but in the long term, it's just not very appealing when somebody is all about their ego, or they're very arrogant. You know, it's just not a good look. Also, this is very important to me and always has been. I don't feel like I should expect anything from my viewers unless I know I'm working my hardest to provide good content. And I feel like for the most part I have been doing that. I've really been grinding a lot lately, and that is why I do get frustrated sometimes when people don't like the videos and things like that, because I know you know, I really am working hard at it, and people keep saying they appreciate it, but you know, the like count can be very low, and there's no arrogance in that. It's just something that can be a little frustrating. I mentioned that in my video, things that annoy YouTubers, which was essentially a soapbox video. But you know, I do like when people subscribe as well. You know, that helps support the channel. And I mean, if you're constantly watching the videos anyway, you know, might as well be subscribed. As far as Patreon is concerned, I barely even talk about it. I hope people realize that. I mean, I thank my patrons on a regular basis, but I don't really try to push Patreon on anybody. That's completely an optional thing. It's not something I expect out of people, but of course I appreciate when people do help out the channel in that way. And I hope people see that I am putting the money back into the channel with the giveaways and trying to improve the quality of my videos. And I definitely want to continue to improve. But yeah, that's something that's always very important to me. If my content is not where it needs to be, then I don't expect anything from anybody. And there have been some videos where I felt like, you know, maybe I could have done a better job, and I think it is good to be that way. That's something else I'm going to actually talk about some more later on. So this is something I really have to keep in mind, especially as my channel grows, is that numbers aren't just numbers. You know, they represent what's going on with people that are interacting with my channel, whether they be subscribers or somebody just passing through. You know, the numbers actually do mean something. It's not just about the numbers themselves. So I think it's very important to keep that in mind, because again, that keeps my ego in check. Even if I see that I jumped up in, you know, subscribers quickly, you know, I don't think it's good to do a video. I really don't want to do a video where I ever brag about the numbers or how quickly my channel is growing. You know, sometimes I will point that out just because it is surprising, but at the same time, my focus is always about good content. You know, that's what it's got to be about. And also here, I mean, this kind of goes along with that. I feel like branding and merchandising are not as important as connecting with my audience. And honestly, for me, I don't feel like I really haven't branded myself per se. I just went with my real name for my channel, and I really went with that just because I feel like that will always give me flexibility on my channel to just be myself and focus on whatever I'm into at that time. Of course, right now my channel is mainly focused on collecting, but you know, long term, you know, maybe that some things will change with my channel, especially what type of things I collect. I think I'm going to be a collector for a long time, but you know, even what I focus on collecting, who knows, it might change over time. And just having my name on my channel allows me to always just be myself. I'm not tying myself to a company name or anything like that. And even a persona per se, you know, like you know, some people create these personas that they have on YouTube, which is cool. I mean, that works for some people, and it definitely helps you to brand yourself and then to do merchandise and things like that. But it's just something I don't feel is right for me. And I also think those things can be a little bit dangerous, especially once you get into merchandising and things like that. You can start to kind of lose sight of making that good content. Then, you know, your channel, you know, you start to focus on basically creating commercials, you might as well say, for what you're trying to sell, which yeah, it's a little bit of a risk there to, you know, can cause you to lose sight. And that's just something I really don't even want to get into. I want it to always be about connecting with my audience. And that's why, if you ever check out the comment sections of my videos, no, I don't respond to every single person, partly because I do get the same type of comments a lot. I mean, I get a lot of the same questions repeatedly. Some people will point out things in my videos like repeatedly, you know, so I don't acknowledge every single comment. I do like most of the comments though. I you know, I at least do that, but I try as much as possible to really speak to people. It's funny how sometimes people will and this is not a humble brag by any means, but some people will be surprised when I respond to their comment. But I'm not one of those YouTubers that doesn't pay attention to my comment section. A lot of why I do this is to connect with you all as much as possible. So yeah, don't be surprised if I comment back. I mean, I do check out my comments. It does matter to me, but at the same time, I just don't reply to every single comment. It kind of depends on what the comment is. If I feel like it's something I really should respond to, I just kind of take it on a comment by comment basis. Next up here, this is very important, I think, for me to keep in mind. You know, regardless of how big my channel eventually becomes, I'm not a star, and I don't need to be one. I'm not trying to be a celebrity with YouTube. That's why a lot of people, they ask about me being in front of the camera, why I don't put myself in front of the camera. For one thing, I've done that plenty in the past. I just don't focus on it anymore. And I think that's another thing that I feel like could take my focus away from what I'm trying to accomplish with my channel. My channel is a lot about collecting and helping people with collecting. So I feel like the way that you film should fit whatever the focus of your channel is. So I don't really feel the need for me to be in front of the camera, because it's about showing you all what is available to collect and just, you know, sharing my opinions about collectibles. So I just don't feel the need to really be in front of the camera. But like I said, there's been older videos where I did put myself in front of the camera for various reasons, but overall I just don't feel like it's necessary for my channel. Something else I want to put out there is the word fan. I'm not a fan of that. You know, I guess that's kind of a pun there, but really, yeah, I'm just not a fan of that word. I mean, I have viewers, I have subscribers, but I'm not really comfortable with that word, just because, again, I think that's a word that can go to people's heads, basically. So, and also, like I said, I'm not trying to be a celebrity. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy that collects, and I'm sharing information that I gather. And I'm not even saying I'm the only person that can do what I do. I realize that, you know, there's other people that can do what I do. So, yeah, I just don't really look at it in that way. I'm just a guy that's sharing information and sharing my thoughts and sharing what's going on with me and trying to help out the collecting community. So that's really what it comes down to. And along with that, you know, like I said, I'm not the only person that can do what I do. I mean, a lot of people don't do it though, just because it's a lot of work. I mean, it really is a lot of work. For example, the last video I did before this one, I literally spent, like, that was my Saturday basically. It took up almost all of my Saturday on into the late night. So it's a lot of work what I do, but I do it for the community though, for the collecting community. I like to try to help people out as much as possible. If I can help people save money, I do that. You know, I just try my best to do that. And I mean, sometimes people have to kind of jump on the opportunities that I put out there because things can change quickly. You know, that actually did happen with my last video. I pointed out some cheap prices on something, and then that price got adjusted by the company. But you know, I try to help people as much as I can, but I'm not going to act like I'm the only person that can do what I do. I also realize, even though I'm happy with my channel growing kind of fast now, I still realize that 12,000 subscribers in the grand scheme of things on YouTube, that's still a small channel. Some people may not see it that way because there are a lot of channels that are smaller than mine, but when I compare myself to a lot of other YouTubers out there, yeah, this is a small channel. You know, there's a lot of people that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers. There's a lot of people that get just crazy amounts of views, you know. So yeah, I am still that little fish in a big pond, and I'm not going to lose sight of that. And no, really, it doesn't matter how much my channel grows. And because for one thing, I'm kind of a niche channel anyway, focusing on collecting. So it doesn't matter how big my channel gets, I'm still going to be that little fish in a big pond. And I think I need to realize that, and that's something that helps to keep me humble. And then as far as, you know, competing with other YouTubers, I don't think it is necessary. You know, there's enough viewers out there for everybody. I guess that's the best way to say it. I don't know another way to really say it, but I don't really feel like competition is necessary. If somebody likes my videos, they're going to watch. If they like somebody else's channel and maybe that other person focuses on the same collectibles, maybe they even share information in a similar way, if they like them, they'll watch them too. You know, there's no need for competition. And especially with what I do on my channel, focusing on collectibles, I think, and I'm gonna say this pretty bluntly here, I think grown people that focus on collectibles, which are, you know, sometimes can be viewed as toys, some of them, you know, those people beefing over, you know, collectibles, it's not a good look at all. It's very immature looking. There is no need for that, and that's something I never want to get roped into. Now, if I don't get along with somebody, this is a rule I've always had throughout my life, and I still stick to it, and it's something I pass along to young people, like even my nieces and nephews. Like, if you don't get along with somebody and you absolutely cannot work things out with them, then just don't deal with them. There's no reason to put each other down and to go back and forth and all that. That's just not for me. It's something I never want my channel to get dragged down into, because when YouTubers compete, I don't think it's good for anybody. It harms both of those channels because, I mean, like I said, you know, it basically makes you look immature. It takes your focus away from what the main focus of your channel is. And even though there might be some viewers that are entertained by that, long term, you know, it could really affect them also, because then if you're not beefing with somebody, then they lose interest. Or, you know, the people that are there for the main focus of your channel, they get frustrated because then you're not focusing on that enough. It's this constant beef going on. So yeah, to me, the competition thing is just not a good look. It is not necessary. You know, I think it's much more important to help each other out. And then here, I kind of alluded to this early on. I think it's very important for me to be critical of my own work. I'm my own biggest critic. I think that's the way it should be for any YouTuber. But at the same time, you know, you shouldn't completely beat yourself up. I try to make sure I don't completely beat myself up, even though I'm not perfect. I make mistakes sometimes. Like I said, there's some videos I feel like maybe I could have done better with, you know, and maybe I could handle certain situations better. But, you know, it's always a learning process. So I'm not going to completely beat myself up. I do want to acknowledge when I do have some successes. But I think just being critical of my work, going back and watching videos, thinking about what I've done, thinking about where I'm going on a regular basis will help to keep me humble and to help my channel to continue to improve. Now, along with that, I do have to say here that being humble does not mean being a doormat, though. I don't let anybody just walk all over me. I don't think anybody should let people just walk all over them. You don't always have to respond, and most of the time I really choose not to. But you know, if I decide to do that, that's my choice. You know, I'm not going to be anybody's doormat. I'm here to help people as much as possible, and that's why I really don't put up with people that you know, some of the things that I talked about in that video, things that annoy YouTubers, like people that are here just to try to prove they know more than me, or people that are here just to try to slyly put me down, or even people that are here just for giveaways. You know, basically, I'm not going to be pushed around. I'm not going to be used. You know, I'm doing too much positive on my channel to deal with that. So that's not me being arrogant at all. That's basically me having a backbone when it comes down to it. You know, so yeah, again, being humble doesn't mean being a doormat for anybody. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I just wanted to share these quick thoughts. And like I said, most of this, I'm really gearing it towards myself, just to keep myself focused and to, you know, keep my channel as positive as possible. But, you know, this, like I said, some of the things I said, I know they may apply to other people as well. And if that information can, not really information, but, you know, if those opinions can help out anybody else, then I think that's all the better, you know, all for the better there. But yeah, again, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you that took the time to watch this all the way through. I will talk to you down in the comments, and I'll talk to you all again very soon.